Okay, so I have worked with her a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit, on the prong collar, kind of teaching her what it means, what pressure and release means. So if I were to, see, I'm not moving my body because she follows my body language pretty well. So I'm going to put a little pressure on that prong and she moves into it. So that's good. So she's learning what pressure and release means. So now that she's starting to grasp that, I'm going to start teaching her to walk on a loose leash in heel position. So I still have the slip lead on. I still have it held in a way that I can grab the slip lead in case she goes to take off after something. Because I'm being very controlled about how she experiences the prong in the beginning because it is so new. So normal operation, fingers like this. If she were to take off, fingers like this. So I can grab that slip lead and let this one slip through my fingers. So this is literally the first time that I have spent with her at all on walking in heel position. So I'm going to try to have you see my hand and her at all the time so that you'll see what I'm doing. And I'm just walking down my driveway. Little pressure, there you go. Back to loose. And it's very important, no matter what tool you're using, whether it's a prong collar, a martingale, or a harness, or whatever, that you always default back to neutral. There's the cat right there. I'm going to teach her that the cat is nothing to worry about. The cat is something to ignore, because the cat ignores her. If it was a cat that, went after a dog, it'd be a little different. I'd have to handle that differently. But the cat ignores the dogs, so I'm having the dogs ignore the cat. This is literally the first time that I've walked with her on a loose leash. Worked with her walking on a loose leash. And as of yesterday, when I brought her home, she would not walk on a loose leash. She would get to the very end of the lead and just frantically flail around, pulling against the leash, doing her own thing. So this is literally the first time that I've worked with her on this. I've taught her correctly, calmly, fairly, and clearly what the prong collar means. She's still learning, but she's started. This has been 2 minutes and 45 seconds right now. Literally all I've worked with her on it. And I'm not saying that she's trained. She's not. Still have a lot of work to do with her. But this is how simple it is to teach a dog to walk on a loose lead with a prong collar. It's so simple. It's not always this easy, by any means. But this is so much easier than a lot of the methods that you see or read about, where it's if the dog pulls, stop moving until they return to your side and then take another step. It's okay, that'll take a week to get to the end of my driveway. Or I could just spend 5 minutes teaching her what the prong collar means, and then 5 minutes teaching her to stay at my side, and then go from there. This is a 1-year-old dog. She's still very much a puppy. So she's got a lot of learning to do. So there's the cat. We're going to ignore the cat. That's what I had her on earlier. The long line and a martingale. Just to let her burn off some steam when I got home from work without running into the end of the lead. Because I don't want her to practice that behavior. Because it's not behavior I want. So I'm not going to let her practice it, whether intentionally or not. Okay, well this is pretty boring, so I'm going to end the video, but this is what I'm just going to be doing for the next 10-15 minutes.